This building that's coming up now, this is the Tower of London. This building is unusual because it's an ancient castle in the middle of the bustling metropolitan city of London. This castle is mostly famous for its bloody past, where executions took place, and is most notably for the execution of Queen Mary of Scotland. This is where she was beheaded. This has a varied history. It was a prison, and then after that it became London's first ever zoo. It is where the royal crown jewels are kept, and it's also said to be haunted by quite a few ghosts. The tower has a legend that if the black birds who guard it ever leave the Tower of London, that the United Kingdom would basically just fall. It would be done.
And as we have told you the history which this tower has, and now I can show you, this is a Cradle Tower right behind me, and it was built in 1348, 1355.
Here, King Richard III built the Cradle Tower as a private entrance to his palace. Walls that you can see along here, they were known as battlements. This is where the soldiers for the Queen or the King would sit. When the tower was used as a prison, they would have arrows that shoot out of there, and they would pour hot oil and rocks down on people who tried to invade the castle. He came through this gate. There you can see the modern part of London with the Shard and the older Tower Bridge, but if you come over here you will find a medieval castle, which in this day and age is a little bit unusual in such a big city. This is the entrance, or well, one of the entrances to the Tower of London. This is called Traitor's Gate. It is one of the grandest entrances to the tower, and famous people such as Lady Jane Grey, who was the Queen of England for a day. It is said that the Tower of London was once the most heavily guarded fortress in the whole of England. This tower was so well defended over the centuries that only a few people who had the might to attack it did, but they all went home defeated because of how mighty this tower used to be.
This is the food, coffee time, and with a tuna sandwich and few desserts. And for the desserts we have got palmier. That's what the palmier is, that's what it looks like. And chocolate tart, or will taste and tell you how it tastes. I tasted chocolate tart and palmier and the coffee. All of them are delicious. I would rate them 9 out of 10. And if I can be generous, they can be 10 out of 10. Taste is very delicious. This is the Walkie-Talkie Building right in front of you, and that's 8 Bishop Gates. That is the area with the tallest building in London. You see in most of the movies, science fiction, sci-fis, all of those, they will have all these buildings featured in those. If you look, the Northern and Shell building is so big, and even camera takes time to go to the top of this building. Right across this building, this is the Walkie-Talkie Building. The beauty of the Shard in between these two buildings so you can see how beautiful it is. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady, the poem on one of these portraits. And that's the Shard and London Eye. Not London Eye, London Bridge. I'm just trying to catch you. I'm not trying to catch. This is the London Bridge. Shard again. And Tower Bridge.